Hey everyone, I'm John, your Carnivore Teacher Alpha, coming at you with a deep dive into a hot topic in nutrition and metabolic health, MCT oil. Whether you're following a carnivore leaning way of eating, exploring ketosis, or simply wanting smarter fats in your diet, this video is for you. I'll take you through exactly what MCT oil is, the different types, the 8s, the 10s, the others, how they work in your body, especially how they convert into ketones, how to use them, the same practical pointers. Let's get into it. What is MCT oil? MCT stands for medium-chain triglycerides. Triglycerides are the fat molecules we eat. The chain length refers to how many carbon atoms the fatty acids have. MCTs are fatty acids with typically 6 to 10 carbons, medium length, compared to long-chain fatty acids, more than 12 carbons. Unlike many longer chain fats, which must go through complex digestion, lymphatic transport, and can be stored as fat, medium chain fats are absorbed more rapidly. They go directly to the liver via the portal vein and are more readily used for energy. Commercial MCT oil is typically produced from coconut or palm kernel oil, which naturally contains MCTs, and then refined so that most of the fats in the product are MCTs rather than a mix of long and medium chain fats. So in short, MCT oil is a concentrated form of medium-chain triglycerides designed for rapid absorption, rapid energy conversion, and metabolic flexibility. Now, let's talk about the different kinds of MCTs. There's C6, C8, C10, and C12. And let's talk about what they mean. We're going to break down the types. You'll hear them referenced in MCT oil products or researched, and there's a difference, and the difference matters. C6 is caproic acid. It has 6 carbons. C8 is caprylic acid. It has 8 carbons. C10 is capric acid. It has 10 carbons. And C12 is lauric acid. It has 12 carbons. In many MCT oil formulas, the focus is on C8, caprylic acid, or C10, capric acid, because those two are the most rapidly metabolized into ketones. Lauric acid, C12, is technically a medium-chain fat, but behaves more like a long-chain triglyceride in many ways: slower absorption, less ketone production, and thus is less pure from a ketogenic or rapid use standpoint. Here are some practical distinctions. C8 is very fast. It goes to the liver quickly and converts to ketones very efficiently. Some studies suggest C8 produces higher ketone levels than C10 or C12. C10 is also good, slightly lower than C8, but still much faster than long-chain fats. Some products will mix C10 and C8 and sometimes a bit of C12 for a balanced effect. Always check the label. If you see MCT oil but no breakdown, it might include more C12, lauric, which dilutes the rapid ketone effect. So when you see 8 and 10 on the bottle, often C8, C10 MCT oil, that's referring to the carbon chain length of the fatty acid included. So let's talk about how MCTs convert to ketones and why that matters. This is where it gets interesting from a metabolic carnivore ketogenic standpoint. Number 1, absorption and transport. After ingestion, MCTs, especially C8s and C10s, bypass some of the usual fat digestion steps. They don't require bile salts or extensive processing like long-chain triglycerides. They're absorbed via the portal vein to the liver rather than going through the lymphatic system. Liver metabolism, number 2. Once in the liver, because of their chain length and structure, MCT-derived fatty acids are rapidly oxidized, meaning burned, rather than stored. They're converted into acetyl-CoA more rapidly, feed into the mitochondrial energy pathways, and one of the pathways is ketogenesis, making ketone bodies. Number 3, ketone body production. The liver produces ketone bodies like beta-hydroxybutyrate and acetoacetate from fats when glucose is low or when MCT supply rapid is fast. These ketones then circulate and provide fuel, especially for the brain, the muscles, organs, when carbs are low. Number 4, metabolic advantage. Because MCTs preferentially go to the liver and don't require as many steps to be used, they raise ketone levels faster than long-chain fats. They support entering or sustaining a state of ketosis, fat burning, ketone fuel, more easily. For those on low-carb, high-fat, ketogenic, or carnivore-leaning diets, that's a major advantage. Number 5, practical outcome. Higher ketone levels means more fat-based fuel, less reliance on glucose, more metabolic flexibility. The key message is that MCT oil is a fast pathway from fat to liver to ketones to energy. Pretty cool. So, how do you use MCT oil and for what purposes? Here are some guidelines. When and why you might incorporate it. If you are following a low-carb, ketogenic, or carnivore type plan and want to support ketone production, enhance fat burning, increase mental clarity, or sustain energy between meals, MCT oil is for you. If you have higher energy demands, like if you're an athlete or a very busy professional and you want rapid fat to energy path, MCT oil is for you. If you are credibly focusing on metabolic health, weight management, or cognitive support, research is ongoing, but MCT oil could be for you as well. If you're doing bulletproof coffee-style fat in the morning routines, MCT oil fat mixes into your coffee, smoothies, or fats in the morning to kickstart ketones and cognitive energy. Though I emphasize total diet content, not just fat coffee. Okay, remember that. So, how do you dose and integrate MCT oil into your life? Start slow. Because MCTs are rapidly absorbed in some people, large amounts can cause GI upset, diarrhea, and cramping. You'll know if you had too much too fast at the beginning, believe me. A practical starting amount might be 1 tablespoon or less of MCT oil, either in your coffee or in your smoothie, or stirred into a fat-rich drink, or just in your meal. As you tolerate it, you might increase it to 1.5 to 2 tablespoons, depending on your goals. Some studies mention up to 4 tablespoons safely for many people. Now, because MCT oil is fat, incorporate it into your fat allotment in your overall diet context, especially if you count your macros. Now, use it raw or as a cold add-in, not for high heat cooking or frying. MCT oil has a relatively low smoke point and is best used in beverages, dressings, or added post-cooking. Here's a practical recipe idea. Morning fat coffee. If you drink coffee, brew your organic coffee, add 1 tablespoon of MCT oil plus some grass-fed butter or ghee, blend for 30 seconds. It gets creamy and it's an energizing drink. Mid-morning, if you do a smoothie, a fat bomb, Greek full-fat yogurt, if you include dairy, MCT oil, low collagen. If you do berries, if you include a little bit of carbs, rapid fat fuel. If you do salad dressing, if you're kind of keto and not ketovore, you add MCT oil and lemon and herbs and you drizzle it over your greens or your meat. Pre-workout, fat boost, 15 minutes before exercise, take a small dose of MCT oil, maybe a half a tablespoon, prime fat oxidation. Now, here's what you need to watch out for. You need to be very cautious. MCT oil is not magic. It supports fat oxidation, ketones, etc., but it still sits within your overall diet. If you add large amounts of fat without adjusting your total energy intake, you could stall weight loss or gain fat. GI tolerance. Ramp slowly. Too much too fast can lead to bloating, diarrhea, and discomfort. Quality matters as well. Choose a reputable MCT oil brand. Look for pure C8/C10, non-GMO, ideally third-party tested. Do this always in consultation with your healthcare provider or your nutrition professional, especially if you have underlying medical conditions, if you are pregnant, or you are using other therapies. So in summary, let's take a look at the key points. MCT oil means medium chain triglycerides. That means rapid absorption, rapid liver metabolism, fast ketone production. You want the 8 and the 10 reference, C8, C10. That's the carbon chain length. C8 is caprylic acid, C10 is capric acid. They are the most effective for quick ketone generation. MCTs convert to ketone bodies in the liver, giving you fat-based fuel for the brain, the muscle, and overall metabolism. It's ideal for low-carb, keto, carnivore, and leaning nutrition. Practical uses: start slow and low. Integrate with fats in your diet. Use in coffee or smoothies or salads. Respect your fat budget and your personal tolerance. I don't do salads at all. I'm trying to talk to a wider audience to include the keto people. Caution now, this is not a standalone solution. Quality and dosage matter. Monitor your GI responses and your lipid profile. If you're serious about harnessing fat as fuel and staying out of the carb roller coaster, MCT oil is a strong tool in your metabolic toolbox. That's the full breakdown of MCT oil. What it is, the different chain lengths, and how they convert to ketones and how to use them. If you're on a carnivore style eating, this is a key piece of the puzzle if you want to use it. If you found this useful, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Send me a comment, a question, a suggestion for a future video. I'm going to give you my personal take real quick. I don't use MCT oil anymore. When I started out keto 8 years ago, that first year, I used MCT oil too much. I found out what happened. I found out to do the 8s and the 10s to get the medium chain. As I transitioned into Ketovore, I used MCT less frequently. And because I'm carnivore, I want to put only the animal fats into my body, not any plant fats. I don't want plant sterols in my body. I want animal cholesterol in my body, but that's just me. I wanted to share how to use MCT if you're interested, because a person in the suggestions asked me to make this video. So I hope that you found that helpful and useful. You Google, search yourself, and learn more on your own, because it's always important to do your own research. And learn, learn, learn. Never stop learning, ever. It never ends. Have a good day.